Do you feel shame when you're down to your last 3 inches of wood? Well, today I'm going to show you that 3 inches does matter. Well, what size is your scrap? 12 inches. What are you working with over there? 3 inches? What? You think the size matters? I don't know, man. I've heard that size does matter, buddy. I heard that it doesn't. Just saying. Then I guess it depends on who you ask, huh? No, not really. Let me prove it to you. Wait. Before you throw away any more of your scrap wood, let me show you a few projects that can make you a lot of money. I can't be the only one that feels guilty when I throw away my scrap wood, which is why I'm always searching for projects that are quick and effective. That way, I can make a little bit of money and share the projects with you. Project number 1, this thing. I don't know what to call it. Something. All you need for this project is a block of wood, at least 3 inches by 3 inches. And we'll be using the 1-inch vial tubes, so your thickness needs to be at least 1.5 inches. You're gonna need some Forstner bits, at least 3 different sizes, and we'll go over those sizes in just a second. And I'll be using my drill press, but if you don't have a drill press, don't worry about it, because you can easily do this with a battery drill or a power drill. Being that the holidays are upon us, we're gonna be putting a little seasonal touch to this piece. The first hole we're gonna drill is dead center at the very top with the 1-inch Forstner bit. And make sure not to drill all the way through. Now for our other holes, we're going to be starting with a 3/4 inch bit coming down about 1/4 inch from the very top at center of this piece. The next bit we're going to be using is 1 inch, and we're going to be overlapping our first hole by about 1/4 inch. And can you tell what we're aiming to make yet? Our next bit size will be 1.5 inches. And this time, we're going to be overlapping our second hole by about 3/8 of an inch. If you guessed a snowman, then you'd be correct. We're going to go ahead and get everything sanded to 150. What the? Okie dokie. Go ahead and get yours sanded down to 150 grit. And y'all know how I love to do these pine projects. Beat the hell out of it. I keep hearing about bag of nuts and bag of bolts, but what better object to use than a Viking axe? Let's give it a couple whacks. And we're gonna turn back to our driftwood Minwax finish. I really like how the driftwood color looks. So I just got done digging through my scrap pile, and you won't believe what I found. Over the last few years of building my fine jewelry boxes, I always made sure to save my cutoffs. Any type of size, it didn't matter. Now, you're likely to have other species of scrap like this, but if you're a woodworker, you most likely have scraps this size. Now what I'm gonna do is take one of these pieces of scrap, and the dimensions of it are 1.5 inches in thickness, 2.5 in widthness. You see what I did there? and it is 4.5 inches in length. Now, full disclosure, we're gonna get custom with it and get creative. Damn geese. So we'll come back over to our vise, and I'm going to be drilling my 1-inch hole about 1/2 inch in directly at center. And we're gonna drill down about 2 inches with a 1-inch bit. Now, take yourself a roll of tape and set it on top of your piece. And you wanna leave about 1/4 inch right here. So come down 1/4 inch right below the hole you just drilled. I'm coming in halfway with my tape, and I'm just gonna scribe this for now, and then we'll refine this half circle in a second. So the only thing I'm gonna do to refine this half circle is at the bottom. I want it to be a little less aggressive of a turn. That way it's a little easier to cut at the bandsaw. Well, meet me at the bandsaw. Did you hit that like button yet? If not, don't forget, smack that like button. If you don't have a bandsaw, there are all sorts of ways that you can get this half circle cut out. Now you can stop right there at that, but what I'm going to be doing is rounding over my very top edge, and I'm just going to follow my curve shape. I'll cut right up against this line at the bandsaw and then take it over to the belt sander and get it all cleaned up. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is cut a 3/4 inch slot right here. And I'm gonna do that with a handsaw. And I'm going to be ever so gentle because I do not want to break this. All right. Doy! I'm gonna go ahead and get it sanded down to 150, and I'll show you what the hell it is. Shh. All right, the next piece we're going to work with is this piece of walnut that is 2 inches by 2 inches. And we're going to cut 2 of them at 4 inches. All right, now we're going to use our table saw with our crosscut sled and cut some cool patterns on the top and the bottom of this piece. Let me demonstrate. So first things first, we'll raise our blade to 1 inch, and we're gonna make one slice on the top and then another slice on the bottom, both on the same side. After those 2 cuts, we'll move our stop block over about a 1/2 inch, spin our piece 1 time, and make a second cut on both sides. We'll spin our piece 1 last time and cut directly in the center. Go ahead and do this to your other piece as well. We'll take and add that 1 inch hole directly to the center at the top of one of these pieces, drilling down as far as we can go, but making sure not to go all the way through. Now for our second one, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be drilling an 1.5-inch hole directly in the top, 5/8 of an inch deep. I can't catch a break. I think they want to say hi. Should we let them say hi? Only if you like this video. Hit that thumbs up. Oh, mama's got food. That's what it is. Give me my nummies. Give me my nummies. You ain't tough. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Ah! Stop it! You ain't tough? What? Okay, okay. They're hungry. These are one of the best ways to make your 3 inches stand out from the rest. Some quick projects to turn your 3 inches into 300 bucks. What a great way to use up some of your scraps. Super fun projects, super easy, and super profitable. I would definitely be selling these as a pair and maybe make an extra one and sell them as 3 and have 2 of the propagating things and 1 candle, or vice versa. I'd sell these 2 as a pair for $35. For this one, being the holidays are right around the corner, super simple projects, literally blocks of wood from my scrap pile. I'm looking at this snowman propagation plant and I'm gonna ask 25 bucks. And then we'll move on to the figured Claro walnut propagation station, or whatever you want to call it. I kind of like that, propagation station. That's a new one, I'll use that. Being that it's fiddleback Claro walnut that I used, I would be asking 50 bucks for that. I know, that seems high. Just trust me on that. 50 bucks, it'll go no problem. Now you can easily make all of these out of pine or any kind of scrap that you got. That's what I really love about these projects. And you can get custom with it. You don't have to do exactly what I did, but these are just some ideas for you to use up some of that scrap in your shop and make some profit. These little projects like this are super popular year round, but definitely during fall. So say that you don't have any hardwood scraps or fancy scraps, that's not a problem at all. Get yourself some walnut stain or mahogany stain, what I used on the snowman. That driftwood stain is perfect for these projects and adds value. Hell, I'd even do the sugar boogie wand, or whatever you call it, sugar boogon, burning it, you know what I'm talking about? The options are practically endless. Perfect small projects to generate some profit. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video and got some inspiration to get in your shop and make some sawdust. Scott.